Heat makers. Crack music.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Tasting Notes from the Streets, the show where we pair our favorite foods from the hood with the best wines from around the world. We done took it from the Bronx to Burgundy. So I gotta link up with somebody from here. I'm gonna connect with my man, morey-saint-denis, owner and winemaker of Domaine du Jacques, to help me put together a twist on my favorite, grilled cheese. Burgundy is one of the most highly regarded wine production areas in France. They stick to 4 main grape varieties. For red, it's Pinot Noir and Gamay, and for whites, it's Chardonnay and Aligoté. But overall, Pinot Noir and Chardonnay are the most common, and it's arguable that they produce the best expressions of those varietals in the world. You know what I'm here for, man? I'm trying to find a way to put a dope flip on the grilled cheese, you know? So I want to just hit a couple different spots in this market and, you know, pick up the ingredients and see what we're doing.
I figure we should try different things. Bonjour. Alors, on va essayer des fromages à fondre pour faire des équivalents de croque-monsieur. Un morceau comme ça, super. Est-ce que vous auriez un comté avec un peu d'âge? Oui, moi, OK. So I think limonette, because that's a little bit like the equivalent of a cheddar, but it's harder, it doesn't melt quite as well. We're going to try some comté because it's France's most popular cheese, and we're going to try a slightly aged version. And then see what grabs you, and I have a few ideas and we can talk about that.
I'm gonna say this in French this time. Comment t'appelles-tu?
Justine.
Ah, you ain't even know. Okay, so I'm here to learn about grilled cheese. Or, okay, I gotta do another translation. Croque-monsieur? You like croque-monsieur? Like croque-monsieur, I gotta do that? Okay, I got it. So what type of cheese are you putting in your grilled cheese sandwiches?
Ce sera le comté du Jura. Ah, j'aime ça, c'est la région collée à la nôtre et on est fiers d'être proche de chez eux parce qu'ils ont du bon fromage comme chez nous, mais pour le croque-monsieur, ce sera le comté.
And the cheese, the comté cheese.
Yeah, I know about the comté, okay.
It's beautiful.
You know what you say? In the US, you say, it's fire.
Yes,
It's fire, it's fire.
It's very good.
Perfect. Do you enjoy croque-monsieur? Yeah. Okay. What type of cheese do you use in your croque-monsieur?
Le cheddar.
Cheddar. This is gonna be such an elevated grilled cheese. Like, I'm used to the 16 or 24 in the pack. Peel the plastic off. You know, throw a 3 on there if I feel like getting fancy.
I've got to say, you know, cheese in France, it's a thing.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Do they make many grilled cheeses out here?
I think not many people make it with just cheese. They almost always slap ham in there.
Now we all think of the grilled cheese as an American classic, but the French actually had their own version since like 1910, the croque-monsieur. Now, still in the 1900s, it showed up on our menus here in the US as melted cheese or toasted cheese. But it was the invention of the bread slicing machine that really changed the game. Then in 1949, you add that with the Kraft Foods market and rollout for their new pre-packaged American sliced cheese, and you got something. By the 1960s, it officially became the American classic grilled cheese that we all love today. Tasting Notes from the Streets. We still in the streets of Bone. I actually ran into one of my country mates out here. Can you state your name, gangster?
Lisbeth.
What do you think about American cheese? Why is it so bad? Why is it so bad?
C'est pas super subtil, on va dire.
How do you like your grilled cheese prepared?
I actually like classic. I'm very about the classic and extra toasted, extra crispy. Just classic grilled cheese.
You still eat a lot of grilled cheese?
I do actually. It's really easy and it's really delicious.
Who do you think makes better grilled cheese? Is it Americans or the French?
La France.
Well, you know what? You guys make great bread, great baguettes,
yes,
and great cheese.
Yes.
So, and great butter.
Only great.
I couldn't have a better plug in the region than my man Jeremy. And not just because he produced wines so good it inspired Jay-Z lines. Since the 70s, Domaine du Jacques has been known for producing high-quality wines. Their approach to winemaking has always emphasized precision and attention to detail. But legends are not made in one vintage. Producing those outstanding wines over such a long period of time is how Domaine du Jacques became a hallmark for the balance, complexity, and elegance that Burgundy is known for. Now, have you ever paired wine with your grilled cheese?
I actually have not, no. I've never thought grilled cheese needs wine.
Yo, you know what it's all about? Think about how much you enjoy grilled cheese and think about how much you enjoy
Think about how much I enjoy wine. And I mean, it makes sense, like cheese and wine.
There you go. What would you pair with your grilled cheese if you could?
I actually love reds, and so I would definitely pair a red wine with it. Possibly like a Merlot or a Cab or something. I like bolder wines.
Avec le vin, surtout le vin blanc, on a tendance à croire que c'est le vin rouge, mais le vin blanc c'est encore meilleur avec le vin blanc. Et l'association des deux, c'est vraiment parfait. Ah, un petit meursault blanc, meursault charme, bien beurré.
Like, honestly, to me, being in this market, it kind of makes me want to eat more healthy, you know? So we got everything we need and more, you know. I need a little something to take back to the crib for me. But what do we do next?
All right, well, we still need bread, and we're gonna get that from a bakery that's just down the street, or some of it at least. And then we're gonna get some butter to make sure that we get the outside of those grilled cheese sandwiches nice and crispy.
Key ingredients.
Absolutely.
It's time for the moment of truth. I didn't just have a side-by-side tasting of the French grilled cheese versus the American classic style. We also went head-to-head with Burgundy Reds versus Burgundy Whites. Representing Côte de Nuit, Jeremy Sace of Domaine du Jacques, and Côte du Bon, legendary winemaker Dominique Lafon. But it don't stop there. Manning the grill is Michelin star chef Thomas Coulombe of Rotisserie in Chambertin. So we're in the kitchen. We got all of our ingredients. We're ready to go, you know. So we have my man Chef Thomas here, and he's gonna hook us up with some grilled cheeses. And ran into a friend, Mr. Dominique Lafon. Thanks for joining us.
Pleasure.
All right, so how do we start here? Where should we begin?
We cooked a sandwich, American typical sandwich, with cheese, with cheddar, American cheese, and then French cheese.
Now, are you pretty familiar with the American style grilled cheese?
No, never. We went with the Wikipedia page and some illustrations from the internet so that Thomas would get the idea.
You have to make a sandwich for us.
Oh, listen, no
I
problem.
think it's better than mine.
I don't know. I think you have a lot more practice.
What we used to have for grilled cheese is this one, the raclette, which is like common to have in the Alps.
Okay.
You know, they heat, well, they don't do sandwiches, but they heat it like this and we eat it cooked. So that would be obvious for me. On the others, it was going to be a first for me, like the brebis, the sheep one. This one, I'm really amazed to see where it's going to go because it's a very soft cheese. We'll see.
So, yeah, we have a number of melted cheese, you know, fondue being the most famous, which is really more Swiss than French. But raclette is definitely a thing. There's tartiflette, which is melted reblochon over potatoes. There's Mont d'Or, which you melt. It comes in a box that's a bit like this, but bigger format, and you cover it in tin foil and you put it in the embers of the fire, and then just spoon it out. And it's kind of great. The croque monsieur with ham, though, is croque monsieur and croque madame. Was ham and bechamel, but oven cooked usually, and with one of them you fry an egg on top.
Oh man, but see, for me, grilled cheese is that, well, as a kid growing up, I just always loved grilled cheese. You know, it was that first snack that I was able to make on my own. You know, you come home from school, you make a grilled cheese sandwich. That was what you did. But now it has turned into the after the club special. It's great for soaking up when you drink too much alcohol.
I never tried that this way. Huh?
You never have too much alcohol.
I never drink too much alcohol.
We were honored to be joined by one of the OGs of Côte du Bon, the legendary Dominique Lafon. He and his family have been fundamental in building that world-class reputation that Burgundy has perfected Chardonnay. I call him the King of Meursault, which is one of the most popular areas in Burgundy, so you know he came with some smoke. The Compléfond Meursault Desiree from 2017. He's known for Meursault, but he also brought a wine from Mâcon, a sub-region of Burgundy, with their second label, Le Hertes Compléfond Verreclasse from 2020.
So this is the Meursault. It's the historical domain that has been started by my great-grandfather. And this one in Mâcon, I created it and started it in 1999. So knowing that in the south of Burgundy, it's the same type of soil with limestone and clay. It's the same grape, it's Chardonnay also. The vineyards are very affordable and available, which is actually not the case in Meursault. It's very expensive and very hard to find. So it was also for me a good way to develop our estate and also to have an offer of more affordable wines.
Now, Chef, I'm noticing that when you're cooking the French style, there's a lot more work involved here. Like, what is your experience like cooking the French versus the American style?
Je vois que tu travailles beaucoup plus là que sur les Américains.
Oui, bah parce que ça fond. On a choisi certains fromages, je pense c'est l'ami du Chambertin.
Oui.
Celui-ci, qui font beaucoup.
It's melting
Alors,
a lot,
je
so it's
ne
getting
sais
all
pas
over the
si c'est
place.
bien ou si c'est pas bien, parce que j'en fais, c'est la première fois que je
We
fais
don't know
ça.
yet if it will be good or not good. But
As if this pairing wasn't already crazy, Jeremy ain't come to play no games either. He brought out their Dujac 95 Gevrey Chambertin Alcumbet, as well as the 2014 Clos de la Roche. And that's from a Grand Cru site, which is considered as good as you're gonna get in Burgundy. So we have some more great wines here. It's interesting that we didn't just think about white wines for this pairing, we also have a few red wines here. So Jeremy, can you tell me a little bit about what you brought?
yeah, I make much more red wine, and we're better known for red wine than for white wine, and we're in the Côte de Nuit, based in the Côte de Nuit, so we're really a red wine area. I usually pair white wine with cheese more often than not, but I've got Germain Stone coming to Burgundy for the first time. I want to put my best foot forward, so I thought I'd bring some reds, and I thought I'd bring something young and something older, just so we experience two ages. I'm not sure that this is going to be a completely natural pairing, but does it really matter?
Exactly.
When you're
It's a
with
pairing
friends.
of a moment.
No,
Pairing the moment.
exactly.
Wow. Okay, so we got the first wine open, and you were 100% right about the freshness. Like, you could smell the freshness. It's just really, really good.
Oh, that's really.
There's a nice sweetness, roundness in the palate, but also the finish has a great tension. And I think with cheese, it could really play very well. Where's the ham?
I just went jumping straight and I was hungry.
Yeah, it's super deluxe sandwich, yeah?
That is a damn good grilled cheese, let me tell you. Listen,
Okay, that's gonna be tough.
Chef Tomas, stop this right now. This is the best grilled cheese I've ever had in my entire life. So thank you very much. I just want to shake his hand.
That makes for
Stronger flavors, but
yeah. It's a different level with
It's like a
the
whole
cheese
different-
together, which
Yeah, it feels like it's a whole different sandwich.
well, neither is strictly speaking. I went with something younger because I think that something younger will probably be a better match with the grilled cheese. But I think that red Burgundy, with a mature red Burgundy, has its own special pleasure to it but you don't really need food.
You can chill on your
Because they're very exuberant and there's a lot of aromas and so on, but there's a lot of complexity. With age, they reveal the complexity. So I wanted to bring something something because we're here with friends and we're having a good time, and I guess when you make red Burgundy, you have a bit more access to mature red Burgundy. So I thought I'd bring something like that to share with my friends. I'm not sure it's going to be an obvious pairing with the sandwiches, but the younger one will probably be better. And you mentioned you love Gevrey, so here we are in Gevrey-Chambertin au Combat, which is historical cru of the Domaine and a vintage I like a lot in '95, which I think is in a really good place right now.
So I don't know which cheese I had the first time, but this one also was better than the first sandwich. Did you get the Chambertin as well?
No, I've got the Saint-Nectaire, which is a little softer and high acid. It's pretty good.
It works with your wine.
Wow.
But those wines, those old red wines from Burgundy, are so good. I think, you know, they go with anything.
And I've got to tell you, to have a 1 Michelin star chef risking going to a supermarket, buying a loaf of Harry's crustless bread and industrial cheddar or something like that, it was an act of love on this man's part, because his reputation there could have taken a real hit if he'd gotten caught by anyone.
He was walking in like this.
Without a face mustache.
Je trouvais pas les produits dans le magasin.
He couldn't find them because he doesn't go to those places.
This sandwich is really good, huh?
It's so good.
So good.
There's something about the cheese. I'm just not used to having this type of cheese with the sandwich.
So I guess you use American cheese usually. This is cheddar.
Yeah, exactly. I'm switching my shit up from here out. I'm using cheddar.
Well, now that you've made the cheddar, you can buy the cheddar.
Yeah, see my man, he been hanging out with too many rappers.
I've been expanding my vocabulary here.
Man, well, there you have it, guys. Another episode of Tasting Notes from the Streets, live from Burgundy. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit us up in the comments. Let us know what you're thinking, let us know what you're drinking, and let us know what you are pairing. Peace.